Hey everybody, it's Blastin, Stashin, episode 263. The episode hotter than Boba Fett's knee missiles, or knee rockets, whatever you want to call it. If you watched Boba Fett this week, not to do any spoilers, but
Spoilers.
Spoilers. This is Blastin, Stashin. We read the books that come out. Comic Book Wednesday, we blast the books we hate. We stash the books we like. I got a pretty short stack this week for sure, man. Not a whole lot came out for me. I know last time you were pretty short. But I think it was a shipping issue, not necessarily not what you got, but
Yeah, I ended up finally getting my Marvel books a couple days ago. It was even late shipping to me. But yeah, so I got lots of books this week.
yeah, I kicked out of the stream completely. I don't know what I did. I backed completely out.
He's gonna leave me hanging. I'd be like,
Leave you hanging. Let you do it all by yourself tonight. But let's talk about the Boba Fett season finale. And
you got your wish.
I did get my wish, yeah, because I was saying, man, if we don't see Boba Fett riding a Rancor sometime in the season, I'm really going to be upset. But I think, like with the final episode, it reminds me of the line from Dumb and Dumber. Like, when I think you can't do anything dumber, you totally redeem yourself. And that's how I felt with that episode completely. It had so many good things going for it. You know, we had a badass fight with Mando and Boba fighting side by side.
Oh
Yeah. And the whole knee rocket thing, I never had seen Boba Fett do that, but I thought that was pretty damn cool. And of course, then we get the whole Rancor coming in and doing a King Kong impression and beating the crap out of the Scorpion gunners. So, Double S says, yes, Peacemaker, Huey, Eagly, Michael, and me, Vigilante. Yeah, there you go. What'd you think of the season finale of Boba Fett?
Oh, it was awesome. I'm sad to see it end.
Do you think they're going to come back with season 2?
Maybe. I don't know. There was more Mandalorian, I think, than Boba Fett.
Yeah, the last 3 episodes for sure.
So they're doing another Mandalorian. So
yeah, that's supposed to be out when?
Probably the end of the year, I would think. I don't know. Look it up. We also got the return of Grogu. He made his choice to. Spoiler, if you haven't seen it, I suggest checking out. He made his choice to go back to the Mandalorian, but in this episode, he showed that he was well versed in the Force. Yeah, so isn't it season 3?
It is season 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where it says. So we got Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out in May 24th, I think, which is the 45th anniversary of the first episode of Star Wars. You know, it came out in 1977. That's coming out. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? It's totally crazy thinking that's been 45 years. We got Andor coming up. I don't know what that is. I haven't seen what that was all about. But Mando season 3, Andor, Andor.
I think it's some kind of Captain Andor. I don't know.
I don't want to know about Sparks? Courtney Cox. It's kicking me to Courtney Cox. I don't want to know about. Has to do with the dudes from Rogue One. It looks like.
Okay.
So
I like Rogue One.
I wish it should just come out flat out and say it. They say it around Christmas 2022 for Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah.
But we're going to get a lot of cool Star Wars stuff between now and then for sure. I think with Obi-Wan Kenobi and stuff like that. And I've actually been going back and watching. I never had seen the Clone Wars, the cartoon that was out, awesome. Or the movie. So I started going back and watching those because it seems like there's so much more Star Wars lore that I'm missing. I only knew really what was going on in the movies, and that was it completely.
You should
So
watch the Rebels too.
okay,
Rebels is pretty good.
Double S said to get emotional when Grogu used the Force to hug Mando.
I think he got more emotional when John Cena hugged Eagly.
Yeah, he probably did. Probably did. He found out that Peacemaker's by, and he got excited. Like, oh, I got a chance! I got a chance! That's what he found out. People are up in arms about that too. I'm like, so, dude, I really don't care.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I'm sad to see that show end too. I think next one is the last one for that.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. Yeah, and of course, I watched that last night. I fell asleep kind of early last night, and then I was like, I woke up and I got to watch freaking Peacemaker. I ended up watching that. A lot of reveal. I mean, we know that Peacemaker's been struggling emotionally with his dad and his death of his brother and stuff like that, but it really got heavier into the reason behind his brother's death, and brought a lot more depth to the character, I think. So, did Cad Bane push you into watching Clone Wars? No, I don't think so. I think it was more of just like learning more about the Star Wars universe. My oldest son, who's 22, I can ask him a question about Star Wars, and he knows like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. He knows all the answers because he's watched all the Clone Wars, watched everything associated with Star Wars, so he knows it. And I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm missing out on that.
You are,
So
sir. You are.
it's just hard to get past the animation, I think, in Clone Wars and Rebels. It's just I don't like it very much. But Double S says good one, Huey. So thank you there. I appreciate your moral support there. Anything else you watched this week?
I got a itch to watch South Park, so I started over with season 1. So the Mutant Agenda. I haven't watched a lot of Star Wars stuff.
And then Double S said, in fact, you and Michael that were hugging Huey, since you are Peacemaker and Michael is Eagly. Yeah, okay, whatever. There, Double S. I did watch Spider-Man: Homecoming and Spider-Man: Far From Home. Like I popped in Homecoming. I was eating dinner. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have something on in the background. I'm just kind of watching it. And my daughter sat down and she watched it, and she's like, "Can we watch the second one?" Okay, yeah, sure, we can watch the second one. So we ended up watching the second one. So yeah, I think that's about all of everything else I've watched. It's been a crazy week for me at work. I've been busy, freaking exhausted for
I
sure,
saw you
man.
with that chainsaw.
You signed with a chainsaw? Yeah, it was,
Kind of turned me on a little bit.
did it? Yeah. Well, very manly, very ruggedly out here in Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was splitting benches and doing a lot of trail work this week. Hiked about 3 miles carrying a chainsaw and wearing my chaps. Yes, I was wearing pants underneath it. I didn't wear no assless chaps out there cutting wood, just to keep your excitement down there. But let's get into the comic books. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot this week. You said you had more than I did. We got the chat going on here. Michael Keaton is great as a vulture. Why don't you start us out, Mike? What do you got as your first book this week?
Let's go with, I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't care, man. Your thing. You choose.
So we'll do. I know we like to start with new series, new number ones.
Oh, should I do the intro to that here?
I don't know. You've been slacking lately, so
there we go. Here we go. There you go, Mike. There's the new series this week.
All right. First one we're going to talk about is Secret X-Men. So I was intrigued by this book from the get-go. It had a lot of cool characters. Marrow, Banshee's on the team, Forge. And in this one, Sunspot, he's like kind of posing as a leader of the X-Men and to get chicks, and he's hanging out at some party or something with the aliens, the Shi'ar. Did you read this, Dave?
Nope,
Okay.
I did not.
Um, Long story short, Deathbird approaches him, um, and she needs him to assemble a team and go save the Empress. She's missing. Blah blah blah. So he does that, gets a whole team together of all the X-Men that didn't get voted on the team during the Hellfire fucking gala, and so they learn that Deathbird also ends up missing, so they think she's behind it, and we get to a point where they're in space, and Meryl actually makes a suit, a space suit out of her bone, and I stopped reading. I was done. I
She made
can't
a
with this
suit out of
X-Men
whose bone?
out of her. You know the character Marrow. She could like grow her bones and use them as knives and shit.
Okay.
She like fucking makes a spacesuit with a helmet out of her. I'm done. Blast.
It seemed like as a middle-aged man or growing into maturity that being able to grow my bones would be something I would be interested in doing as a mutant power. But I don't know. I don't know. You don't think so? Take a little blue pill to.
I kind of had high hopes for this one too, so I'm no, I'm done.
I don't know what that emoji is. The mutant agenda. Is that the face palm emoji? Not sure.
It
Probably based off
looks
of
that way.
yeah, probably me and my horrible jokes. Okay, I'll talk
Or the
about huh?
or the fact that Marrow made a spacesuit out of bone,
Yeah,
and
that could be.
she's all like, fuck it, they could resurrect me if I die. Whatever.
He says, "Yeah, lol." I'm not sure again what he's talking about the Morrow book or my joke, but it's all good there. I'm going to talk about Vampirella, the Valentine's Day. No, he says no. It's for the current X-Men comics. Um, Valentine's Day Special 2022. This is that I forgot the name of this artist, and that is the only reason I bought this book was for that cover right there. That's that Somaisky or whatever. I'd have to look her
Who?
name up. I don't know. I'd have to look her name up. Um, but that's the only reason I bought this cover. So has multiple stories in there. So one of the stories is about this young beat cop. He meets Vampirella for the first time when he was like just out of Vietnam, just got on the force, and she kind of saves him on the street. And they have a little brown chicken, brown cow, and then like she leaves that next night, and then she shows up like 50 years later after he's thought about her throughout multiple days, but she comes back 50 years later on the day they met, kind of saying, hey, you had a good life, she's a very lucky woman. Whatever. And then another story about a water monster and a fire monster attacking a town, but then Vampirella's thinking, well, okay, I'll guide the water monster over to defeat the fire monster. But then they end up falling in love and telling Vampirella, hey, leave us alone. We're going to go off and live our life. I'm like, what the hell is going on in this book? It's a cheesy ass stories. And now, like I said, the only reason I got this book was for the cover. And since I didn't have a whole lot to read, I went ahead and gave it a read anyhow. So it's a blast for the story, but a stash for this cover art of Vampirella. So yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a very nice. I think there's a Virgin cover of that too, but it's like I don't know if it's a 1 in 50 or what it is, but yeah. What double essay? You should stop reading sooner, Michael. Hickman's X-Men run and related books don't make sense.
We're gonna get to more X-Men books here in a second. Actually, let's talk about the other one that came out this week. Where the fuck is it?
I don't know.
Here we go. 10 Deaths of Wolverine. or X Deaths of Wolverine. This is issue 2, I guess. Fuck this book as well. I have no. Moira McTaggart is on the run from Destiny and Mystique. She, her, whatever. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. I read the first one, didn't like that either. I think I'm only gonna pick them up for these covers, like this one.
That's kind of a badass cover.
Yeah, if they have covers like this, I'm gonna keep picking them up. But I'm done with the X-Men. I think.
I think there's a few that I'm picking up just mainly for the covers. Spark said that's the name of the artist right here. Um,
How do you say that?
Makia.
Sozo
Yeah,
Makia? Makia?
yeah. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I am horrible with phonetics like that. But yeah, she's definitely on fire. She was actually my artist pick of the year on our Stashies. I don't know how long she's been around, but her covers are definitely hot for sure. Let's talk about this wasn't on my pull list, but it was one book again that I picked up because we were short staffed. We've been short staffed to work. That's what's on my head. Didn't have a whole lot of books this week, so I picked it up. And it was Steve at Rogue City Comic, his pick of the week, because they have their own pick of the weeks too, right? So that's Life Zero from Ablaze Comics here. So basically the story is a zombie apocalypse. I don't know about zombie. There's like a chemical cloud that goes in and kills people and reanimates them, and then they look after human flesh. So zombie apocalypse, I guess. So this is military unit trying to go into prison to save their captain or whatever that he's inside
Yeah.
the prison, and they're trying to go as smooth as possible and quiet as possible to get in there and save him. They're not even sure if he's alive, and their chopper's waiting outside for him to get the captain to return to get out of there. They get the power on, which alerts all the zombies, and then then they're trapped, and the helicopter ends up taking off, leaving them stranded there. There's only like 4 or 5 people, probably limited ammos, limited weapons, and they're trying to get out of a prison now that's being surrounded by zombies.
One thing that does stand out is the art in that book. It's really good.
Yeah, that's the same artist at Daredevil. It's the
Marco,
Chichetto. Yeah, Chichetto.
yeah.
Yeah, the art's definitely good. It's definitely a dark kind of feel to it. It's a pretty quick read. There's not really a whole lot of text going on in here. It's more of a visual representation of the book, But definitely, Walking Dead. It definitely reminds me of Walking Dead when they go into that prison to clear it out, for them like that. So definitely like that, but more of a tight military unit that kind of knows what they're doing versus a whole bunch of civilians trying to survive. So yeah, I'd say it's a stash for me. I definitely pick up more of it. Like you said, Mike, the art is really good in here, and that's probably a big plus for me too. Mutant Agenda. They said they miss Rogue City Comics. That must be. Yeah, I think I remember you guys coming in there. What else do you think of that Life Zero? Was it Life Zero? Yeah, Mike. Anything else on that one?
Yeah, it's decent. I mean, typical zombie story. I'm gonna pick up issue number 2. Maybe we'll get a little backstory on the surviving characters, and we'll see if they make it out of this prison. Soft stash for me. Might pick up issue number. No, you will pick up issue number 2 because Grandpa said so.
Because if it gets it up a little bit, you're gonna get issue 2. It gets your interest peaked. But those Ablaze issues, they're really, most of the time they're really good or they're really bad. There's hardly kind of, for me personally, I guess there's hardly any kind of in between on those. So you're up, Mike. What else you got? Any other new?
Devil's Reign number 4. Been enjoying this so far. I picked up this X Gwen variant because why not? And it's Gwen Stacy as Psylocke because why not? So last issue, if you've been reading this, the Avengers tried to take out Wilson Fisk, uh, but they were cut off by Doc Ock and his team of octopuses, his Hulktopus, his Wolvie his Ghost Rider Puss, and I think
Whoa.
there's one. But anyway, this has happened. This is 2 weeks later. Kingpin and Doc Ock have drones in the air. Pretty boring issue, but the coolest thing is there's a jailbreak that's started by Sue Storm, and of course she gets her husband involved, and Tony Stark and Moon Knight's in jail as well. Then we get a little Rhino versus the champions. We find out Rhino's not having the plans the Kingpin not not on board with the plans Kingpin has for kidnapping the Purple Man's children. So he kind of helps the champions out, gives them a little inside information, which Miles Morales goes back to the Avengers that are underground and lets them know. Pretty interesting twist at the end with Kingpin and Typhoid Mary. So yeah, I'm still stashing. What is this? Devil's Reign. So
Yeah, I picked it up. I didn't read it. I don't know. It's just like this is one of those um, event books like I'm not super invested in, but I'll pick them up just because I want to be able to hopefully read all of them. Like I said, I had so few books this week. I probably should have read it, but I was so tired last night and going to bed like at 8 o'clock, so I didn't even read any books at all last night. So, but yeah, I have it in my stack. Just haven't read it. I'm trying to get into Devil's Reign, but it reminds me a
it
little of
is a
Civil
lot like
War.
Civil War, but worse. Civil
But
War was
worse.
awesome.
My last new issue I got this week was by Aftershock and has Land of the Living Gods by Isaac. Oh, I wish these people just have regular names. Smith, Johnson, Davis. Why they got to have these weird names? There it is right here. Aftershock Comics. This is actually Jamie's pick of the week there at Rogue City Comics, so I ended up picking up this. Now, I think I like the Life Zero a little bit more for me because it had more of that testosterone driven, kind of killing, blowing things up. Versus this one's more of a emotional ride on it. So this is based in Africa. There's a lot to do with like ancient ancestors of African and stuff like that. So a lot of dialect in there and translation of certain words. So we got this albino character. It's her and her mom. They're in a post-apocalyptic world.
That's racist.
She's why? Why is that racist? She's albino. I didn't say it was anything wrong. But they live in a post-apocalyptic world. Her mom is sick, coughing. And she's out gathering supplies and stuff like that, and then she makes it home, and they have this little plant that what they call the plant, I forgot what they called it, but the plant has a little ticklish spot on it where they tickle it, and the plant just kind of, I don't know, I don't know if he does that like a little doughboy or whatnot, but the plant ends up giving him like medicine. It's medicinal, so it helps her mom, and she ends up trading some of the petals or some of the part of the plants
So
to
you have
like a
to
witch
tickle the
doctor.
plant for the medicine?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not sure if you have to or not. But she ended up trading some of the plant parts to like a witch doctor. They get a battery, and she comes back home and finds out her mom had died. Dude, I don't know. She finds her mom had died. She kind of blames the ancestors for not protecting her. Um, it's a little weird. I like my post-apocalyptic books, but this really did not do anything for me. I mean, at the end of the book, she's ended up leaving her hometown to go try to find the gods. That's it's like she's like on this quest to find the gods. But unfortunately, like this did not grab enough for me in order to pick up issue 2. So, like I said, It's post-apocalyptic. I kind of dig those, but not enough for me to really want to follow the story anymore. Now, like I said, if I can find these in dollar bin later on, yeah, I might pick them up. I don't know. Just to read the story. Okay, Mike, what else you got?
Oh man. What do I want to talk about? Oh, my whiskey dick issue.
Oh, I don't have it
Are you
ready. Let me
ready?
get it ready. You tell me when.
All right. Evil Ernie, issue number 3. Awesome Arthur Sudan cover. I can't. This. I had to switch laptops because my other one actually said fuck it. But so the in this one, Smiley the psychopathic button is explaining to the kid Ernie, why he has to become the vessel for evil Ernie, because he kills people for death. I don't know if anybody's ever read the first series, um, and he kills people to appease death, and she only calls on him when she gets bored. Uh, Nothing really happens in this one. Evil Ernie dumps his girlfriend. He don't want her to get involved into this bullshit. So yeah, this is burnt. I'm gonna keep picking up because I love the character, but this one is a whiskey dick. Kind of boring. Nothing really happens.
Double S. Let me move my cursor. Damn it, this mouse. Um, if Michael was in that book, he would have a hell of a time tickling that plant by peeing on it.
What?
The book I was talking about that Land of the Living Gods. Maybe it'll be a TV show someday, and issue 1 will be worth thousands, no millions,
Millions.
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 Did you get that TMT variant cover for Evil Ernie, Michael?
No, I got issue number 1. The issue number 1 uh, variant for that. I got. There was an initial round of the TMNT number 1 homage. I ordered a package deal for all those. So, but that's enough for me.
Uh, oh my god, this book, the book I'm gonna talk about now is really weighing on me, dude. I'm like, I wanted to just drop it so bad, but I want to finish it up because I don't know how many more books are in it. Not very many, and it's a Joker number 12. So again, this is not a Joker book. This is a Commissioner Gordon book. But
We already established that 11 issues ago.
I know, but still, it's like they probably couldn't sell a book that is called the Commish, so they got to put the Joker on it in order to do that. We find out, spoiler, Bane's not dead. Bane's actually behind everything that's been going on.
Bane?
Bane, yeah. So
Like
he's
the
not.
big, like the guy Bane, not his
Yeah,
daughter.
no, not his daughter, Bane.
What the
Bane.
fuck?
So he's not dead. He didn't die in that Joker attack on Arkham. So he's alive, and he's been behind this thing the whole time. And so I'm just like, oh, dude, this is just why call this a Joker book? Why? They do have some decent covers for this book for sure. I got this one here. This is what really makes this cover work for me is this spit and saliva with his mouth open that really kind of makes it a little grotesque. But overall, I don't know how many more issues are left in that run. I'm gonna look it up real quick, but
I think 14 is the last one.
okay.
14 or 15. I could be wrong, but
But
I'm
I
gonna
just
finish
want it to
it
be
out.
over. Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish it out too for sure. But it's just weighing on me. I'm like, come on, man. Let's see here. According to COZ, yeah, 14 issues. But how many books they have? They have 97 books for a 14 issue run. So, that's how many covers per book. There's numerous amounts. So, yeah, I'm gonna finish it up, but I'm really like, oh, come on, man, just bring me the Joker back. Bring that back to me. Double S says, "What? You're still picking up Joker, Huey? Why? That's the worst book James Tynion has ever written so far." Yeah, I know,
I don't know about that, but I'm
but
still picking it up too. I just haven't read it yet.
oh,
Poor Punchline. She's still in jail, right?
is that a backup story on that one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even read that. Didn't even read the
Hey,
backup story at all.
let's create the hype around this character and keep her locked up for the rest of her life. Oh man.
Oh, that's pleasant. Yeah, 96 covers or comics for 14 issue run. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know what's that
fucking
average.
he said comics are dying a slow death.
So we go 96 divided by 14. That's about 7 different covers per book. Of course, probably one had numerous
50.
covers. What's that?
One had 50.
Probably.
It's the goddamn Dynamite books that each one has 30 different covers.
Yeah, they have a 1 in 11. A 1 in 7, a 1 in 11, 1 in 10, 1 in 15, 1 in 20, 1 in 25.
1 and 2.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He says people complain about the '90s. Yeah, uh, yeah. I kind of went off a little tirade on comics a little bit on the impromptu thing that I went off on last Monday, which I might do another one this Monday as I'm putting away my books. Just kind of go live and just chit chat about other stuff in comic book, not necessarily new stuff coming out. And I had a lot of engagement on that episode too, so it was kind of fun to kick back and just kind of chit chatting about comics. People saying, "Well, what's in their collection?" And stuff like that. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun for sure. What else you got this week, Mike?
oh man. Draculina, #1. Speaking about Dynamite, you got this rose bitch.
Oh, Dragula. Okay, got it.
I didn't have high hopes for this, but I kind of dug it. So you have this Draculina. I don't know if she's related to Vampirella. She dresses like her, whatever. But she, it's hard to explain. When she falls asleep or whatever, Draculina falls. It gets it's kind of like Freaky Friday. She gets transferred into a younger kid's body. So like in the beginning of this, all of a sudden this young kid wakes up and she's next to a dead body that Draculina has killed. So there's that interesting twist, and I kind of dug that. So art in this book is really good too. I forgot who the artist is by. I'm gonna pick up issue #2, see where it goes. Oh, I want this Betty Page cover. Right there.
Oh, is that the military one? Yeah.
Yeah, the alien agenda. But she's in like her army gear.
Yeah.
But let me look up the artist real quick. Artist Michael Sta Maria.
See, that's what I'm saying. They had normal names so I can pronounce them on this show.
Yeah, here she is. She's waking up next to a dead body. Um, and there's Draculina right there. Man, this camera sucks. Oh well. But yeah, I'm stashing it. I'm gonna pick up issue #2. See where it goes.
So when she wakes up in a new body, does she put that outfit on? Like, does she transfer into a dude's
It's
body
like
and then
they're
she's
like
wearing
in
that?
2 different dimensions. I don't know. She's
No,
hot.
no. So some overweight dude wearing the Vampirella costume running around town. Not be
I picked
pleasant.
up the Prophet book this week as well, just for the Sam Keith cover. Um,
Is that a new book?
no, that's just a facsimile of the old one from the '90s.
Oh, I think. Hold on, give me a second.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here it is, right here.
The original?
Yeah, that's the original right there.
Yep.
Yeah, isn't this kind of going up? It was like saying it was go up in value or something like that. I don't know, dude. High
This
print run on that one.
this is Berserker before Berserker.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like he wakes up 50 years later and whatever. But
I actually don't know anything about Prophet. I don't know much about any of the Image books from the '90s other than Spawn.
really?
Yeah, really. I mean, I knew they were out there. I just never really picked out those up.
How about the original Wetworks, Wildcats,
Nope. Max. I
Shadow
read Max, and I read
Shadowhawk?
nope, none of those. Spawn and Max are the only two that I read from that early Image. Maybe a Savage Dragon here or there, but yeah, just that. I have not a lot, but I have some of the early '90s Image stuff now in my collection. But
I remember all those Image books launched, except for Wetworks. Wetworks was late as fuck.
oh yeah.
If anyone can remember that.
Well, in that what they had a lot of problems with that too when they first went over to Image. Like this sold millions and millions of copies, but then they just did not have the discipline in order to like put out the next issue. They were just too busy partying and stuff like that to really focus on that. I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. They Shadowhawk was an underrated book. Didn't I remember he was when he took out he was black, and that was the big thing. And he also had. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he had AIDS.
I don't know. Would have been a hot topic back then, right?
Yeah, a
That
double
would have been
also
it.
let me know.
Okay, moving on to King of Spies. I talked about number 2 last week. I ended up reading 2 and 3 this week, and this is so good. This is just like some off the wall crap. Like these two characters that on the cover here as a brother and sister. They're twins, and it's a little flashback. They're in, I think, Colombia, and they got messed up in some firefight. So the dude lost his leg, so he had no legs. His sister lost her arms, and so she ends up packing him around on her back, and that's how they fight.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
So
awesome.
that's really kind of cool. You think of unique ways to bring a villain in. Is it practical? No, definitely not practical. It's just kind of a cool thing to bring in. Um, we find out too
I
in this
did not
last issue.
notice that.
Yeah, yeah. It shows. I think it's issue 2 that they talk about those characters. It's at the very beginning of the book. Yeah, yep. So we have the main character still on his his path of vengeance, killing all these people, not necessarily who've done him wrong, but people who have he has dirt on, and he knows they've done wrong, and people have been covering up for years. He's like, that's it. If I'm dying, I'm gonna take all these assholes out with me that have done no good for society. And these are high value people. Like there's a pope, and there's some leaders in politics, and he's just going at it. And now he has his son after him too now, and they're
Right.
asking his son, like, is this a conflict of interest? Do you have a problem killing your dad? He's like, no, dude, he was an asshole. I hated him. I love to do this. So this is still freaking awesome book, dude. He's still on a rampage. Great fight between the twins and him, where he's just absolutely getting his ass kicked, you know. But it's still good stuff, and I'm loving this, and I can't wait for issue 4 to come out. So this is like my stash of the week. This has been good. This is flat out good. This is Mark Millar. Who knows if they're going to put it on Netflix? They always say Mark Millar is going to be on Netflix. I think it even says so on the back, something about an ad for Netflix. Yeah, it does. It does for sure. But King of Spies is still pretty awesome. An aging spy getting revenge. So yeah.
Mark says next issue is the last one.
Yeah, I think it was only 4 issues long. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. You said you didn't pick it up this week, but you read issue 2.
I read issue 2. I haven't read 3 yet. I should have
Well,
read it.
when I first saw it, that 3 on this cover looks a lot like a 5. I'm like, dude, what the hell? Did I miss 2 issues?
Yeah, it does. Even on this one.
Yeah, I was freaking out that I missed 2 issues or something, and I know I just picked up issue 2. I'm like, no way, there's no way those came out that quick. So, you're up, Mike.
That's your pick of the week. We'll talk about mine. Oh man, I can't get it. First off, this is Moon Knight number 8. Really awesome Hunter's Moon cover here. It says in the corner, this is a Devil's Reign tie-in. It's not really. The only thing it ties into is Moon Knight's in jail. So, in this one, like I just said, Moon Knight's in jail, and Hunter's Moon is kind of filling the void on the streets. And an old villain from Moon Knight's past shows up. Stained Glass Scarlet. I guess she's an old villain from the books. I still have to read Radiant Black and Last Flight Out. Man, I dropped Radiant Black after like issue 4 or 5. I just couldn't take it no more. It was getting too Power Rangers for me. But anyway, Hunter's Moon and Stained Glass Scarlet have a little fight there, and Hunter's Moon actually summons Khonshu to take her out, and it is awesome. Art's solid, cover's solid. So yeah, I'm stash pick of the week. Moon Knight number 8.
I'm gonna share this book here. Share. Screen share. Where this one here? So the Black Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood preview. Here it is. Let me see if it's added to the screen there. Let me add it. This cover here, I love that cover.
Oh, man.
That's I'm usually not a fan of those black, white, and red because they had the Deadpool. They had
fuck Deadpool.
They've had so many, the Carnage,
Wolverine.
Venom, Wolverine. I'm not a huge fan of those, but I am going to pick up this book here. I like this cover a lot. And this is supposed to be the first appearance of a character in this book too. That's a spec on that. I mean,
Millions. Who's the cover artist?
That is cover A, I believe. That's Sinskiewicz. I can never pronounce his name either. Bill.
Oh, Sinkovich?
Sinkovich. Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah, I gotta get
that. Yeah, there's a few other variants there, but I think that's my favorite issue right there. But it's supposed to be the appearance of a new character, and this Moon Knight stuff has been crazy hot. You know, it's been really good, especially coming up with the Moon Knight series coming out for Disney Plus. You know, if you're into specking books, that'd be one to get to right there. So, I know that like the big push behind this new Black Panther. Black Panther 3 was hot a couple weeks back. Avengers 53, right?
Yeah,
that was kind of the hot book this week. That's where I think they named that new Black Panther character. That's what I heard. But Mike's thinking it might be somebody different completely. Not sure.
I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah.
2 different people. But do you want to see the Red Panther?
Sure, why not? Spoilers. Yeah, my LCS said, "Hey, you want to pick this up?" And I said, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to jump on that much of a hype train for that."
Did they
Although
bump
I
up?
said it was pretty light week.
They bump up the price on it?
I can look and see
Oh
what.
no, I mean your store.
No, no, no. He doesn't do that.
Okay.
He doesn't do that. I mean, if a comic's been out for a while, he will. Um, well, I don't even know if he does it for shelf copies. And most time, if it's on the key issue, um, let's see here. If it's on the Key Collector Comics app, it's usually sold out. You know what I mean? This keys this week. So that's going for about $10. That's what, according to Key Collector. But yeah, I try not to jump too much in that hype train. I don't
Yeah.
like it so
So there's a
much.
difference with a character like this, and then you got
Uh
the Hunter's Moon character,
yeah.
who's already taken center stage in the book, while he's locked up. The real Moon Knight's locked up. I don't know. I have it.
So these are the keys for this week. Got the Avengers 53 says run about 50 or $10. I kind of want to get that Star Wars one with the Mandalorian on it, but
It's just a cover, though. I mean,
yeah.
I
And it's not like it's his first cover appearance in anything. He's been on other stuff too already, Uh
that is their first cover.
is that what it is?
Yeah, that's it right there. Anything other than that, it's been on Star Wars Insider, the magazine.
That's what I have. I have a couple issues of that. I have one with Boba Fett and one with Mando. Suicide Squad Blaze #1. I'm surprised you didn't get that unless you
I
haven't talked
didn't
about it
see
yet.
that at the store.
That's that Dracula, Draculina, Hellboy, Land of Living Gods. That's the plant tickling one. Live Zero. Playthings. I missed that one.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Prophet #1. Star Wars Adventures, TMNT, Best of Jenica.
I got that.
Until My Knuckles Bleed #1. That's been on, saying it's been out for a while. I mean, for the past 3 or 4 weeks, saying it's supposed to be out. I'm not sure if it's hitting stores yet, but I wanted to read that. Batgirl's passed on that one. I Am Batman passed on that. I swore I ordered Strange Love Adventures, but I guess I didn't. I looked at my list and I didn't order it. But that's the first appearance of Eagly, I guess, in comic books, whatever.
Oh, the Strange Love.
Yeah. Edge of Spider-Verse, Moon Knight 8, Secret X-Men, or Wolverine. That's it. So
Spark said, I haven't read We Live. I'm picking up We Live Age of Paladins on FOC this week. Now, from what I hear, there's 2 of them. There's I might be thinking of something else, but I think there's a black and a white one. Two different books.
there is. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna find this up real quick here. So my LCS is having a store exclusive made. I got a picture of it. I'm gonna show it to you. I was gonna talk about it this week. I am picking up. Let me email it to myself. I forgot about it. I'm going to pick up 2 copies of each, and I'm gonna end up giving one away on the show.
Oh, cool.
So
yeah, I think I'm gonna get both too. Well, yeah, I mean.
Why am I doing? I can't think of how to do an email right now. But yeah, so yeah, if you haven't go checked We Live out, definitely go check out that was a pretty good series too. That's pretty hot
Yeah, I kind
series,
of
I
fell.
think.
I think I got the first 3 issues, and then I kind of fell off it. I didn't pick up 4. Oh man,
I think I have a couple issues in #1 on that. If I remember right, I don't even know what that's going for either. Okay.
millions.
More millions. Okay, let me go back here and StreamYard. Oh, StreamYard. Sing a song, Mike. Sing a song, Mike. No?
No,
You gotta.
I did find a copy of what's that character that's going to be in goddamn the Titans, Baron Blood or whatever.
Oh yeah,
On
that was actually what was that part of? I have that too. I bought it a couple years
Teen
ago.
Titans, New Teen Titans, whatever. Um, my comic shop had a copy for $6, so
So that's the two covers for the Rogue City Comics exclusive that they're going to be selling online. They're selling them as a set. I don't know what the price is yet, but that is actually a local artist too. He did my Punisher book. I have one back here. I don't know where exactly it is, but he's a freaking awesome artist. He puts tons of detail and stuff. We actually had him on the show too. That's Vincent or
oh
Vince.
yeah.
God, what's his last name? I'll have to share a link to it. But yeah, so they're gonna have their stuff up and live when that comes out. But like I said, I'm buying two of each. One I'm gonna keep for myself, and I said give one away on the show just to help promote them, promote Vince, and so yeah. So
Um,
definitely.
is it up now on their site?
I don't think so. They were trying to figure out how to no they're trying to figure out how to do it online so people could order it online, but I don't think it's up yet. As soon as
Oh,
it
they
is,
won't.
definitely share that link out. um like I said, Mutant Agenda said, like I said, they're supposed to have them online to be able to buy them. I think they were going to try about going through eBay, but not sure. Says check out cover B for Detective 1056 on the FOC this week. Is that the one that came out? No, that's okay. I'll have to look at that. I don't know what he's talking about on that for sure. Maybe I can pop it open here on the previews thing and see what he's talking about. You talking about defective cover, or is he just talking about Detective Comics cover B? Probably that's what he is talking about. Might help a spy spell detective. Comics. Oh, Detective Comics.
I'm going to join their mailing list.
Oh, you are?
I
They have
am.
a mailing list.
That's what it says right here.
Um, why did it go kick me clear back to 1036? Um, yeah, definitely go check out Rogue City Comics, and they're going to go live with their books on those sales um, when they come out. Let's see here. Trying to find. Oh, that's because I was on issues. More. So yeah, if you haven't checked out We Live, definitely check it out. Where there it is, 2007. Nope, it's Legend of the Bat. Damn it. There it is. Do 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 do. Dead air, dead air, dead air. What number was that? He said, Mike, 1056.
1056.
Okay, I'm going backwards. There's 57, 56. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll pop it up right now.
Yes, you will.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna go back in here. Lot of dead air tonight here.
We can. Oh man, I'm cramping up. Oh, my leg.
Oh.
Lieber Mayhew, Mayjo.
Dude, there it is, right there.
Oh shit! Damn.
What is he talking about? Is it Vince McMahon, Huey? I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe
The artist for that book.
it's Vince McMahon. Oh no. Okay, you talking about yeah. Now I know what he's talking about. Ha 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 ha. Sorry. Pop it up for Michael, Huey. I always do. You always make sure to pop it up. Pop it up for Grandpa. Put it right here in my lap. Um, talk about Detective Comics. I read it this week. I know you're a big fan of them kind of focusing on the Bat family versus Batman book.
Yeah.
I don't know. I read through it and I really wasn't engaged with it very much. This kind of pops back to what's the doctor's name? Is it Meredith?
Oh,
Meriden. Yeah,
Chase.
yeah. Meridian. Chase Meridian. Yeah. There's no Batman in here. It's all Batman family stuff. I'm just kind of a completist when it comes to Batman Detective Comics, so I get them, but I'm not really invested in this story at all. And I'd rather just see a Batman story, even though the Batman is kind of oversaturating the comic book market nowadays. But I'd rather see that. So it's kind of a blast for me. I don't know what you thought of Detective this week.
I haven't read it this week. It's down on my pile.
Down in his
Like I said,
pile.
last year, I'm not a big fan of Psycho Pirate, and he's
That's
behind
right.
all the
He's in there.
he's all behind all the shenanigans going on at Arkham Tower. I got 3 more books.
I got nothing
Uh,
other than a couple shares of some Bronze Age goodness that I picked up this
but
week.
I picked this up, Shelter Division by Source Point Press, #1. This book, it drops you in to a story with like 18,000 different characters with no backstory and fucking no clue what time it is or where you're at. No explanation. This is a shit book of the week right here. Fucking, I've watched other review shows and they all said the same thing about this, man. Waste of paper. The waste of paper segment. I'm
Uh,
gonna go wipe my ass with this book.
Source Point Press never has impressed me at all. Really, there's nothing I think I've really got. They're
Um,
like, oh, this is awesome.
I don't know what else have they put out.
I'd have to look for sure, but
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Yeah. Oh, they did War Corns. That was entertaining for about 2 issues.
let's see here. I'd probably go by
Uh,
publisher series and see what I have in mine. Um, yeah, I don't know. Just not. I have 28 issues that are published by Backfire, Black of Heart, Broken Gargoyles, Bug Bites, Burning Tree, Cold Dead Hands,
Butt Bites.
Bug, not Butt Bites, Dead End Kids, Gutter Magic, Hope, The Love She Offered,
Uh,
The Rot. I think I picked up those at a Comic Con because Source Point Press was there. I think the
yeah,
artist.
I picked a lot of those up too with you. I think.
Okay, so then it wasn't at Rose City. It must have been at either Dallas
Yeah,
or
and he
C2E2.
signed them all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, nothing exciting. Apocalypse Girl. No.
I don't even remember that.
What else you got there, Mike? Of new books you got?
Scorch #2, which is the team book for all the Hellspawns. Um, who dies next? Nobody dies in this book. What's his name? Medieval Spawn. He gets a sniper shot in the neck, but of course, don't fucking kill him. What's his character's name? Jesus Christ.
He is. Was he crucified?
He was crucified, and he came back as this character. The Haunt. He doesn't even appear in this book. But this takes a big step forward compared to issue #1. Tons of action in this. Um, the Russian general, I can't remember his name, actually takes some of Plague Spawn's black goo, his symbiote, if you will, and injects himself with it, and he becomes a Plague Spawn. Um, and pretty much the whole book's nonstop action. So I love my Spawn stuff, so I'm gonna keep picking it up. And the only other book I got this week is Maestro #1, which is written by Peter David. So automatically, it's awesome. No, in this one, what's his name? Abomination, Obama, Barack Obama climbs up from the rubble.
Abomination.
Yeah, that's it. And he's wandering the wasteland, and Namor actually approaches him, and he's like, "Hey, between the two of us, I think we could take out the Maestro, and we're gonna go from there." So yeah, that's a definite stash. Peter David, can't go wrong. Um, Other books I did pick up this week that I haven't read, just a few here. King of Spies that Dave already talked about. I know it's going to be good. Picked up Darth Vader #20. It's part of the Crimson Reign bullshit, but I didn't pick it up because of that. I have the first 19 issues of this, so yeah. And I did not get that cover. Titans United #6 of 7. They got for issue #7. There's an awesome Starfire cover of this. I need to get the Joker #12. John Boy Myers cover there, and Detective 1052.
Titans United.
Titans United #7. It's a Starfire cover.
Okay.
I need in my life.
Oh yeah, there it is. I'll bring it up.
I'll bring it up.
I'll pop it up just for Mikey.
Yep. I'm enjoying King Spawn so far with Michael as Billy. Yes, Billy Kincaid.
There it is.
Yeah, that thing's awesome. I wish he was wearing a different costume, but I'll take what I could get.
My other two books that I picked up this week, since it was such a short or a small pickup for me this week, I have a short box, not full. It's getting down there now, but of comics that I've gone through as back issues and kind of pulled aside for me to pick up at like weeks like this where I pick up a few extra books. And I picked up issue 215 of Thor, nice Bronze Age Thor there, and number 216. So I think I've almost got all of my Bronze Age Thor. I don't know where the Bronze Age Thor begins and ends. I got to look at what issues, but I have quite a few of them. I don't know. I could probably look through my CLZ and it'll tell me for sure. I don't want to go through publisher.
Hey, Comic Book Estate is in here. He said that's a gorgeous Starfire cover.
How was Comic Book Estate this evening? Hopefully good. So why are you collecting everything? So I'll share this too. While I'm here, I might as well share my stuff. I'll share my stuff. Extra camera. Whoa, I got to do an extra camera thing. That sounds like it might be a set up for an adult film. Extra camera. It's the junk cam.
Survivor mode, he said. LOL.
So, like, there's my Thor run. I have issues. I have some early issues, 136, and that was what released in 66, and then pretty consistent between 160. Let's see here, 186 on up to 215, somewhere right around there. Like I say, I got to look at where the Bronze Age ends for Thor, but I'm trying to get that Bronze Age Thor run complete. But yeah, anytime now, it's crazy because like the Silver Age books are getting so far out of reach. A lot of them are, And it used to be where, like, if I was at a flea market or a garage sale and it was 12% cover, I'd just buy it. If it was a buck or two, I'd buy it. Condition, whatever, I don't care. It was like a Marvel or a DC book, I'd buy it. And now it's getting that way almost with bronze books. I feel like if it
Yeah,
says 20 cents on the cover, I'm buying it. If it's a buck or $2, that's because I said the Silver Age books are kind of getting out of reach price wise. And I mean, then like I talked about it last Monday, you go to eBay and it's just absolutely nuts. I haven't bought a book on eBay in a year or more. Just because they're so outrageous. Um, how do you feel about the upcoming Donny Cates book, Thor versus Hulk series? Is that a series or is that just? I thought that was supposed to be just part of the Thor run, but maybe it's not. Maybe it is a separate series altogether. Yeah, I'll definitely pick it up. For sure.
oh, oh.
It's shown on his Instagram. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that for sure. Um, we're just over an hour, Mike. You got anything else before we bounce on out of here for the night?
No, I am good. I am good. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Um,
I'll watch part of it. Maybe I haven't watched hardly any football at all this year. So,
this will probably be the first Super Bowl I've watched in a few years, only because I'm invested in Matthew Stafford, who is the quarterback for the Rams, who was the quarterback for the Detroit Lions, my team, and didn't do shit over there. Not his fault, but so I'm gonna watch as much as I can till I fall asleep.
I mean, I always say that every year because like I said, I don't get super invested into the football season. I'll catch a game here or there. I'll catch some of the playoffs or the championship games. And I'll say, nah, I don't need to watch the Super Bowl. And I always do. I always sit back, make some burgers, have some chips, have a couple beers, and I'll watch the Super Bowl. Like I said, I'm not invested in any of the teams that are in there, but it's just, it's like almost like a holiday. Oh my God, my voice just cracked. I'm going through puberty, Mike. Um,
I'll
but I'm
talk you
always,
through it.
what's that?
I said I'll talk you through it. It's okay.
You're going through a lot of changes. You're going to see hair in places you haven't seen before. I hope Ellie wins so Safford can say "suck it" to the Lions. And I don't know who this is popping into the
Pretty
very end
much.
here. IB Sunny.
That's
IB
your
Sunny.
Rebel Radio, Red
My
Sun
rebel.
Rising.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. With that, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Maybe keep an eye out for me on Monday night. I said I might do the same thing I did last time. Just kind of go impromptu live show, just sitting there, going through some books. I know I got to get some books out to some people who reached out to me. I know Double S did, Mars, Miss So as well, and I thought there was one other one that reached out that I get a little stack of books, got it out to them. Just some doubles and stuff that I got. But yeah. I think that is it. So whether you blast it, whether you shash it, happy reading, and we'll catch you guys next week. I got to find a video to end on, Mike. What do we want to end on? What do I got? What do I got?
Turtle porn.
Turtle porn. Here we go. Here's some turtle porn.
Wow, this is the most amazing fight scene I've ever seen. I feel so bad for anybody that isn't getting to see this amazing mutant on ninja action that I'm seeing right now.
Excuse me. Is this where we sign up for Fight Club?
Casey Bones. Hey, nice stick.
You like it?
How about a game of one-on-one?
What about the 4-on-1